Welcome back to our final descent into the digital rabbit hole in this episode of the Matrix Deep Dives. In this explosive conclusion to our Fun Facts series, prepare to have your perception of reality shattered once more, as we unearth even more shocking secrets, mind-blowing behind-the-scenes details, and perhaps some truly unexpected references that will make you see this flick in a whole new light. So let's unplug one last time as we delve into the deepest layers of the Matrix and reveal the ultimate truths hidden within its code. And a quick warning before we begin of heavy spoilers coming up. The powerful and recognizable opening theme music that accompanies each Matrix film subtly evolves in key as the trilogy progresses. In The Matrix, the theme begins in the key of E minor. For the sequel, The Matrix Reloaded, the same core theme is transposed upwards by a whole step to F sharp minor. Finally, in The Matrix Revolutions, the theme ascends another half step to the key of G minor. This deliberate musical progression, where the key rises with each installment, mirrors the narrative arc of Neo's journey and the escalating stakes of the war against the machines. It's a sophisticated sonic cue that subtly reinforces the increasing intensity and the sense of upward trajectory within the overall storyline of the trilogy. A fascinating Easter egg is shown at the end of the film. During Neo's climactic handfight against Agent Smith, the defensive moves he employs are almost identical to the seemingly mundane chores that Mr. Miyagi taught Daniel LaRusso as a form of karate training. These chores, waxing the car, painting the fence, sanding the floor, and painting the house, were designed to instill muscle memory and fundamental defensive blocks. The fact that Neo instinctively uses these very motions in a life-or-death struggle, after truly understanding the nature of the Matrix and his abilities within it, subtly highlights the effectiveness of foundational training, even in the most extraordinary circumstances. It's a clever Easter egg that connects two seemingly disparate films through the universal language of martial arts principles. The names and even addresses within the Matrix are laden with symbolic meaning, particularly in relation to the digital world. Neo's name is a direct anagram of One, and the central conflict of the first film revolves around whether he is indeed the One, the prophesied savior. In stark contrast, one of the meanings of cipher is zero, as it's derived from the Arabic word sifr. Together, the concepts of 0 and 1 form the fundamental basis of binary code, the language underpinning all modern computer data, and thus the very fabric of the Matrix itself. This connection is further emphasized by Neo's living in apartment 101. Even Trinity's name, meaning group of three, is echoed in her first appearance in room 303, which is the same room number Neo is directed to when fleeing the agents before he's shot by Agent Smith, adding another layer of numerical symbolism within the film's intricate design. The name Morpheus in this film carries a significant layer of irony rooted in Greek mythology. In ancient tales, Morpheus is the god of dreams, who's responsible for shaping and delivering them to mortals. However, in The Matrix, Morpheus's central purpose is the antithesis of his mythological namesake. His mission is to awaken individuals like Neo from the illusory dream state of the Matrix, revealing the harsh reality of their enslavement. In a chilling foreshadowing of his own evolution, Agent Smith articulates his view of humanity to Morpheus, comparing humans to a cancer that relentlessly consumes resources and spreads. This initial analogy takes on a literal dimension in The Matrix Revolutions. Having been unbound by Neo's actions at the end of the first film, Smith transforms from a program enforcing order into a rogue entity that replicates himself across the Matrix, effectively becoming a computer virus himself. He consumes other programs and even takes over human hosts jacked into the system, mirroring his earlier description of humanity's destructive nature. This dramatic transformation highlights the ironic nature of his character arc, as he ultimately embodies the very destructive force he once condemned. The iconic role of Morpheus, eventually brought to life by Lawrence Fishburne, had quite a few other notable actors in consideration. In addition to the late Val Kilmer, Russell Crowe was reportedly offered the part, but turned it down as he wasn't interested in the world of science fiction. Many big names were also considered for the role, including the likes of Samuel L. Jackson, Gary Oldman, Morgan Freeman, Denzel Washington, Anthony Hopkins, and Robert De Niro, though not all of them were approached for it. While it's fascinating to imagine how these different actors might have interpreted the character, Lawrence Fishburne's powerful portrayal ultimately became synonymous with Morpheus. Reflecting back on his time playing the character, Fishburne later said, "What I get with Morpheus is I've got Darth Vader in this hand, and I've got Obi-Wan in that hand. I've got Bruce Lee, I've got Muhammad Ali shuffled in there, and I've got Kung Fu. It's pretty good." The Oracle's seemingly ambiguous statement to Neo when she says,
"Sorry, kid. You got the gift. But it looks like you're waiting for something.
What?
Your next life, maybe."
foreshadows a pivotal moment in his transformation. While she tells him at that moment that he isn't the one, her statement hints that a significant event, perhaps even a metaphorical death of his former self, is necessary for him to fully embrace his power. This prophecy comes to fruition at the film's climax when Neo is seemingly killed by Agent Smith, only to be resurrected by Trinity's love. This resurrection marks his complete awakening and acceptance of his role, effectively making the Oracle's comment about a next life a prophetic truth regarding his ultimate transformation into the One. The groundbreaking action sequences in the film were heavily inspired by the Wachowskis' deep appreciation for Japanese animation, particularly films like Ninja Scroll and Akira. However, Ghost in the Shell, which I also mentioned in the first part of this series, served as an especially significant influence, shaping the film's cyberpunk aesthetic and philosophical themes alongside its dynamic action. Producer Joel Silver recounted that the Wachowskis initially pitched their vision for The Matrix by showing him examples of this anime and saying, "We want to do that for real." The very title Matrix carries a profound double meaning, rooted in its late Latin origin as the word for womb. In the context of the film, the warning scene in the beginning, which reads, "The Matrix has you," operates on two levels. Firstly, it refers to the computer-generated virtual reality, the Matrix itself, which holds the human minds captive within a convincing illusion. Secondly, it alludes to the physical reality of the humans, who are unknowingly held in artificial wombs, or pods, where their bioelectric energy is harvested by the machines. This dual interpretation as both a mental prison and a physical incubator underscores the film's core concept of a pervasive and inescapable system of control that encompasses both the mind and the body. In a deleted line from the movie, Cypher reveals to Neo that there were several other individuals that Morpheus previously believed to be the One, the prophesied savior of humanity, and that all of them met their demise while attempting to confront the powerful agents within the Matrix. The script was then changed with Morpheus telling Neo that a second savior will come to liberate the humans again. However, The Matrix Reloaded significantly recontextualized this plot point, revealing a deceptive truth about the concept of the One. Contrary to the initial understanding, Neo was not the second iteration of this prophesied individual, but rather the sixth in a recurring cycle. Furthermore, his destiny wasn't simply to liberate humanity. Instead, the One was revealed to be an integral, albeit unwitting component of the machine's sophisticated system of control over mankind. The Matrix Revolutions then focused on Neo's struggle to transcend this seemingly endless loop, a pattern repeated by his 5 predecessors as he attempted to forge a different outcome for humanity's relationship with the machines. The choice of the Desert Eagle pistols as the standard sidearm for the agents in The Matrix was a deliberate stylistic decision by the Wachowskis, even though it went against the advice of their armorer. Desert Eagles are often considered more of a novelty firearm due to their large 50 caliber rounds, which produce significant recoil that is difficult to manage accurately, especially with one hand. This makes the agent's consistently one-handed and precise use of the weapon highly unrealistic. However, this very unrealistic handling served a specific purpose within the film's narrative. By portraying the agents wielding such a powerful and unwieldy weapon with effortless control, the Wachowskis visually emphasized their inhuman, almost robotic efficiency, and further underscored their nature as programs within the Matrix, operating beyond the physical limitations of humans. The character of Switch in the original conception of the movie had a very different backstory that was ultimately simplified for the film. The initial idea was that Switch's gender would change or switch upon entering the Matrix, hence their name. In the real world, Switch would appear as male, while within the Matrix they would appear female. This concept was intended to be a clever exploration of the residual self-image, the mental projection of oneself within the simulated reality. When actress Belinda McClory initially auditioned for the role, she was going for only half the role. However, Warner Bros. Made the decision to cut this complex element, giving Switch a consistently androgynous presentation in both realities as a subtle nod to the original idea. Lily Wachowski later revealed that the character of Switch held a trans metaphor and reflected their own closeted point of view at the time regarding their gender identity. This early concept for Switch, though not fully realized on screen, offers a glimpse into the deeper personal themes that informed the creation of the film. During the combat training program scene when Neo attempts to gather himself during the training fight with Morpheus, setting himself up for the next bout, Keanu Reeves spontaneously rubbed his nose with his thumb, a gesture reminiscent of the iconic martial artist Bruce Lee's pre-attack move. This subtle nod to Lee was an improvisation by Reeves during filming. Although he felt the take wasn't his strongest overall performance, he successfully convinced the directors to keep the moment in the final cut. When Neo first joins Trinity in the car, the character Switch refers to him with the unusual nickname Copper Top.
Listen to me, Copper Top. We don't have time for 20 questions.
This seemingly random moniker is actually a clever piece of foreshadowing and a subtle nod to a key element of the film's lore, as Copper Top is slang for Duracell batteries, easily recognizable by their copper-colored tops. This is the very same brand of battery that Morpheus later uses to illustrate to Neo how the machines have enslaved humanity, using their bioelectrical energy as a power source. Switch's seemingly casual nickname thus serves as an early, almost subliminal connection to the disturbing truth about humanity's role in the machine-dominated world. For the iconic lobby shootout and elevator scenes in The Matrix, the firearms wielded by Keanu Reeves were not the heavy, real weapons they appeared to be. According to the film's armorer, John Bowering, these were lightweight plastic replicas, meticulously cast from MP-5K submachine guns. Weighing a mere 150 to 200 grams, these prop guns allowed Reeves to handle them with ease and perform the intricate action choreography without being encumbered by significant weight. However, heavier versions of the same weapons were also created and used for specific shots, such as when they were dropped onto the floor to provide a more realistic sound and visual impact. The Matrix cleverly utilized existing film sets to enhance its production value. Several exterior sets, including rooftops and buildings, originally constructed for the 1998 film Dark City, were repurposed for The Matrix. For instance, the rooftops Trinity expertly traverses in the opening action sequence are the very same ones John Murdoch runs across in Dark City. Interestingly, both films share a thematic similarity, exploring the concept of humanity being unknowingly trapped within a meticulously crafted illusion by external forces. This thematic overlap led to some accusations that The Matrix had plagiarized Dark City. However, it's important to note that the screenplay for The Matrix was written well before Dark City was released, indicating that the shared sets were a matter of practical resourcefulness rather than intentional imitation of narrative themes. The Wachowskis aimed for a high level of control over the film's reality, extended even to the portrayal of animals within the simulated world. They revealed that all animals seen in the Matrix universe, including the iconic black cat in the hotel, were created with CGI. This decision wasn't just about visual effects. It was a deliberate choice to reinforce the idea that the Matrix was a fully constructed reality, where even seemingly natural elements were artificial. By using CGI for animals, the filmmakers emphasized the artificial nature of the world the characters inhabited, contributing to the film's overall theme of questioning reality. And this concludes all the fun facts about the fascinating world of The Matrix. From groundbreaking special effects and Easter eggs to the philosophical questions it posed, this movie truly left an indelible mark on cinema. So, if you enjoyed uncovering these fun facts and want to dive deeper into more awesome movie lore and behind-the-scenes secrets, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the films and stories you love. Until next time, thanks for watching, stay sharp, and we'll see you in the next series.